Good morning, guys. Our subject is about green architecture. Well, I will ask you a simple question. What do you know about green architecture? Okay, let's proceed with the definition of green architecture. Let's make some introductions. What is green architecture? It is related with sustainability. Sustainability is a complex subject. It is of vital importance to all because it deals with the survival of human species and almost every living creature on the planet. Sustainable and eco-friendly architecture is one of the main aims that humans, for creating a better life, have made us the ultimate model for all their activities. For this reason, moving towards greener architecture is well thought out, the main goal of the present architecture of our time. Green architecture produces environmental, social, economic benefits. Environmentally, green architecture helps reduce pollution and conserve natural resources and prevent environmental degradation. Economically, it reduces the amount of money that the building's operators have to spend on water, energy, and improves productivity of those using the facility. And socially, the green buildings are meant to be beautiful. It's depend on the architect's design and cause only a minimal strain on the local infrastructure. Let's move forward with green architecture or green design or sustainable architecture. There are a lot of terms referring to green architecture. Green architecture or green design is an approach to building that minimizes harmful effects on human health and environment. The green architect or designer attempts to safeguard air, water, and earth by choosing eco-friendly building materials and construction practices. Green architecture or green design. Green architecture defines an understanding of environment-friendly architecture under all classifications and contains some universal consent. It may have many of these characteristics. So these are the characteristics of a green architecture design. Ventilation system designed for efficient heating and cooling, meaning by the use of free air. An architect or designer should have a good ventilation for cooling effect inside the structure. Must be energy efficient. A green design must be energy efficient. Lighting and appliances. It is also water saving. Matipid siya sa tubig, water saving for plumbing fixtures. And also landscape planned to minimize passive solar energy, meaning we have to plant like Bermuda grass to minimize the heat outside the house. So landscape can help maximize passive solar energy. Minimal harm to the natural habitat. A green design should not harm the natural habitat. So avoid cutting all the trees. Kung hindi kailangan, wag putulin ang mga kahoy. Ang rivers, kung meron man, if there are rivers or river beside the site, ay dapat ay alagaan at hindi isasara. There must be alternative power sources such as solar power or wind power or something like turbine power or any alternate power used in designing or employed in designing a green design or green or sustainable architecture. Use non-synthetic materials, locally obtained woods and stone, gagamit ng kahoy para organic and stone. Responsibly harvested woods, adaptive reuse, paggamit ng nagamit na materials, recycling or reuse of older buildings, material of older buildings is also one of a characteristic of a green or sustainable architecture. Use of recycled architectural salvage, efficient use of space. Space planning must be considered in green architecture. Wag masyadong malaki, depende sa number of people living in the house you designed. So continue reading, guys, of all these 25 pages. And after these 25 pages, there is a question and answer portion which you will answer all my questions on the end of this video and compile all your answered papers, put it in brown envelope, and every week submit nyo yan sa akin personally or by someone na pwede mong utusan sa paghatid dito sa school. So meaning to say, pwedeng every week, once a week ay may maghatid ng inyong portfolio, yung envelope na nandoon yung mga answered questions, or pwede rin kung nasa isla ka ay every 2 weeks pwede na rin. Once in every 2 weeks mo isubmit yung answered papers mo na nasa envelope. Alright, patuloy tayo. The principles of green architecture. There are 5 major elements of green building design. These are the sustainable site design, water conservation and quality, energy and environment, indoor environmental quality, and conservation of materials and resources. What is a passive solar design? Passive solar design refers to the use of sun's energy for heating and cooling of living spaces. The building itself or some element of it takes advantage of natural energy characteristics, its materials to absorb and radiate the heat created by exposure of the sun. Meaning yung sun ang ating kukunan ng energy na isubstitute natin sa commercialized energy gaya ng Sornico, yung mga cooperatives ng energy ay mahal, kaya kailangan natin ng solar panels or the passive solar design. Pero hindi yan talaga maka-accommodate sa lahat ng mga gamit sa loob ng bahay, mga appliances tulad ng stove at plancha at refrigerator. Mahirapan ang solar panel. Kaya ang solar design ay parang support lang siya sa mga, pwede siya sa mga LED bulb. Lahat ng ilaw sa bahay ay pwedeng pailawin niya ng solar panels. Pwede rin ang electric fan, ngunit yung aircon ay mahirapan na dyan ang solar panel na available, mabibili natin dito sa atin. Pero kung i-design talaga ang buong building for a certain solar panel, ay kailangan niya ng napakalaking solar panel para pwedeng mag-operate yung refrigerators, aircon, at iba pang umiinit na gamit sa bahay. Kaya lang ay napakalaking gastos. What are these green building materials? Okay, just read on, guys. Up to this, we have 25 pages of this topic for today. What are green roofs? What are intensive roofs, extensive roofs? What are this type of green roof? Why is that it is called green roof? And why is that it is called green walls? Also known as the vertical greenery, is actually introducing plants into the building facade. Yung paggamit ng plants na parang gawin siyang kurtina or blind, parang wall siya, vertical siya. Imagine yung wall mo ay merong mga plants na nakakabit. Meaning to say, yung heat, i-absorb yan ng plants before hitting the surface of your building. Una nang tinamaan ng init ang plants kasi kailangan ng plants ang heat. Yan ay pagkain nila, ang sun heat or sun energy will react on plants as photosynthesis, yung process ng kanilang pagkain. You can use wall climbing, green wall, hanging down green wall or module green wall. Pwedeng kayo mag-research pa, guys, on internet for more information about those vertical plant wall. So let's go green. What is the benefits of green building? Green building is not a simple development trend. It is an approach to building suited to the demand of its time, whose relevance and importance will only continue to increase. Green building benefits, number one is it give us comfort. It give us economy. Kunti ang babayaran kasi halos libre ang tubig at kuryente at hangin libre. Aesthetics, maganda siya kasi designed by you, by an architect. Environmentally responsible kasi pag green architecture, kailangan naka-design yan to conform with the environment. Kung saan siya itanayo, kung sa bundok, ay kailangan yung design niya ay parang it goes with a natural design. Kung sa city naman siya, eh mukhang pang syudad rin yung design mo. Modern or commercial yung design. Alright, let's go ahead. What are these typical prototypes for sustainable design? Number one is courtyard. Number two, thickness of stone walls. What is the thickness of your stone walls? Roof and narrow openings. Why we use narrow openings for green architecture? Narrow openings and high from the ground to prevent the entry of heat during the day for the inside and maintaining them for the night. So hindi kailangan pag green architecture ay malaki ang openings. Kasi pag malaki ang opening, maraming papasok na init na radiation. At yung init na yun ang hindi makapagbigay ng comfort sa mga tao na nakaloob inside the house. Kaya we need narrow openings for a good green architecture design for your homes. Kasi pag green architecture, hindi tayo masyadong gumagamit ng aircon, kundi gagamit tayo ng natural air, wind, ventilation. Ang importante diyan, design of vent or ventilations. Of course, building orientation determines the amount of solar radiation na ma-receive ng iyong house. So, importante ang kung saan nakaharap yung bahay mo. You need to study the orientation, kung saan yung palaging may hangin, saan yung malakas ang hangin. Ang design mo ay kailangan maximize the use of free air and wind or free energy. Gamitin mo yun. Kung saan na orientation na maraming init ng araw sa buong araw, anong side of the orientation, kung north, west, east, and south, saan ba diyan ang mas maraming init para yung solar power mo ay gagana at maximize yung charging ng power. Alright, so let's go ahead. The courtyard design. The central courtyard allows spaces for relaxation and interaction of occupants, keeping their activities away from neighbors. In addition to passive cooling strategies, it achieves enough daylight penetration, reduce solar heat, promotes cooling breezes while keeping out hot and dusty wind. So ganito yung magandang design. It's called a courtyard design. Simple lang, itong kanyang canopy ay mahaba para hindi makapasok ang lahat ng sinag ng araw. Ayan, kung ganito yung angle ng sun, dito lang tatama ang light. Pero pag nasa noon time na ay or 11 or 10 o'clock ay hindi na papasok yung init ng sun. Meron siyang mga vent for wind catcher dito. Kaya yung hangin ay pasok at labas sa bahay. Kailangan talaga ng mga bintana guys na magkatapat. Pag yung design mo ay green, kailangan yung mga openings ay magkatapat sila, harap-harapan, para pasok, passive yung cooling system. Pasok at labas yung hangin, hindi siya ma-stuck up doon sa loob para mas fresco ang pakiramdam ng nakatira sa loob ng bahay. So energy systems tayo. Use of biogas, plant productions. Ito ay isang renewable energy, ang biogas plant production. Yung paggamit ng ating mga septic tank, mayroong energy diyan na makukuha. Biogas ang tawag diyan. Pag photovoltaic, yan ay solar. Dito naman hindi na tayo mag-iinit. Solar panels yung magpainit sa ating solar domestic hot water. Kaya ang green architecture ay parang architect at scientist na rin yung nag-design. Ang architect ngayon ay dapat may alam ka sa electricity, may alam ka sa electronics, at may alam ka sa sculpture for good forms of your design, at may alam ka sa gardening kasi green architecture is not green without plants. Isa yan sa mga characteristics. Alright, let's go ahead guys with the topic. Ito ay mga case study ng mga existing na mga nagawa na green architecture design buildings or homes. At salamat sa inyong panonood guys, and please answer the question at the end of this video and compile it in 1 week. Dalhin nyo yan dito sa ating school, submit sa akin Alright guys, until here, and just take care of yourselves. Don't forget to wear mask and face shield. And see you next time with our new videos and new topics for green architecture. I'll see you. Bye for now.